Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Abel Boquera. I'm a keyboard player from Barcelona. If you're interested in Hammond organs, keyboards and all this stuff, please consider subscribe. I want to thank you all the people that subscribe to the channel, all the likes and the comments of the other video. If you didn't watch it, you can stop this one and go and watch the first part. Well, that's a bit complicated, but you know what I mean. In this second part, we will go inside the lab with Carsten. He will show us other emulations of the HX3. We will go through the software editor also, and he will answer some of my questions. So I hope you enjoy, and that's it. I see you at the end of the video. Thank you.
So welcome to our lab of Keyboard Partner. It's always messy like this, so there's lots of work going on, and I would like to show you how the board looks like, which is inside the instruments, and that's it. And the main part of the board is the FPGA, this small black piece right here. That's the FPGA. It does all the sound synthesis and all the sound emulation and the physical model and the amplifier simulation and the Leslie emulation. It's all inside this little small box. And it is not even capable of a B3 emulation. It is also capable of a transistor organ emulation like the Vox Continental or the Versi and Böhm organs of the 70s, and everything you even can imagine, which is an organ in a common sense. It can emulate everything because it has not only the mechanical contacts emulated, but also the electronic gating, which is present in the 70s organs, and it has a transistor-like tone generator and a single note generator. You can emulate any organ from the 60s to the 80s with it. So we have a lot of fans even in the UK, which prefer these Versi and Böhm organs of the 70s and the 80s, and the sounds of Franz Lambert and Klaus Wunderlich and so on. So they do like the product as well. So what we have here is our prototype board. It's a complete organ, but without a second manual. And I would like to show you some sounds which are not in the B3 or M100 range, like a Versi-like sounds with the Franz Lambert percussion. Or something like a Lowry sound. No, that's not the sound. 16, I think. Something like that, or let me see. I'm a little bit like Lawrence Hammond, I cannot play. As you heard, it is possible to create Fourier synthesis-like sounds because it has about 1000 ADSR and VCA circuits per manual. So you can create everything you can create with 1000 ADSR circuits, and an envelope of each drawbar of each harmonic. So there are a lot of possibilities you can imagine. So what we see here is the HX3.5 editor or configurator. It is an application which allows to tweak about 800 parameters. So from percussion setup, percussion volume times, rotary control times, and MIDI setup, organ setup, even the spring damping and so on. There are about 800 parameters you can tweak, and it also allows for different products. If you have the System units, there is a parameter which tells the product if it's in an expander or in a complete organ. So there are a lot of tweakable parameters. And what we have here in this window is a remote panel of the organ. There you have all the switches the organ offers. Also for upper, lower pedal and volume potentiometers, and what you can do here is make presets for the organ, because it's more easy for on a MIDI expander to make a preset right here than on the menu panel, where it is a little bit difficult to reach all the parameters. It's much easier here to switch on a tap or adjust a potentiometer than on the menu panel, especially in an expander. So this is a convenient way to make presets for the organ. If you don't have drawbars on the organ, you can always connect drawbars to the main board. But if you don't have drawbars, you may use this application to make the presets.
Okay, sorry guys, this is not the end of the video. I just wanted to say that what you will see now is the answer of a question I made about the keyboard action and the 9 contacts of the Hammond organ and how to emulate that in a clone wheel. So this is what Carsten said.
Yeah, we did some research on the keyboard action and the keyboard issues which all the old keyboards, MIDI controlled keyboards had, and we came up with the idea of the optical contacts. The FPGA is capable of emulating 15 contacts at one time, so even the Hammond with 9 contacts is completely in reach of the FPGA. You can switch each contact individually. So if you put in a keyboard with optical contacts which take the travel of the key, you can switch each contact individually. So you have in fact 9 keyboard contacts. But it was expensive and it was not easy to adjust because of the differences in height of the keys and so on. So we abandoned the idea and made up an emulation of the travel of the keys. So it is way easier to connect a keyboard without the optical keys. It is possible indeed, but it takes a lot of money. Each contact costs about €3, and you have to make up a special rail for the contact. So it is not easy in any way. So the reason we are not making a final product is simply the legal issues in Germany. There are so many obstacles making a final product. If you're doing the right CE certification and ROHS certification and all the stuff which is included in this, the product would be twice as expensive as we expected. So we abandoned the idea. We have some companies who do a very good job in implementing the circuit in their own organs, and we do like the products they designed, and that's enough for us. We have a lot of things to do in the future, so leave me alone with the legal issues. So what I would like to mention is what keyboard players like and what they dislike. So we focused on a live instrument. So the key action should be as near as possible to the original console. Most of the clones which are on the market today sounds good, but they have a little latency which adds up to 10 milli or even 15 milliseconds from pressing the key to a sound appearing. So that's what the people dislike, and what they always dislike is if the percussion does not perform good, like it does not re-trigger in a way they don't like, or it sounds dull, or it sounds too harsh or something like that. If you do it in the right way, like using the original circuit, which made up Hammond in the 50s, you will get the original sound. So this is what we focus on. So we talked about the legal issues about ready-made products. A complete organ is out of reach for us, but what we offer is these Midi Expander, which has the main board inside and does everything the organ does, but as a Midi expander. So you can tweak all the parameters, you can adjust the doorbars on the menu, and you can even attach a master keyboard with the potentiometers and so on to control the doorbars inside. So this is a complete organ, like you heard before, but in a very compact box.
Thank you all for watching the second part of this video. I wait for your comments below. As you see, they have this MIDI module. I asked them if they could send me one and I can test it here. So it just arrived. It arrived and we will test it for the video for the next week. I'm gonna open it now. USB cable. Power supply, here it is. Instructions, here it is. It finally arrived. Well, next week we will have another video and I'm very happy that it's here. I will try it and with the North Electro and with the Mojo. More things to come. Thank you and don't forget to comment and like and subscribe. See you next week. Salud.